Hello, everybody. All right. Just opened up my TWS interactive trading platform. I was gonna go through a few alerts that I got, but I said maybe let's go take a look at Apple. It's been a while. I haven't looked at that chart. I haven't got any alerts just to see where I'm at with it. So now if we go and I get the Apple chart in front of me. All right. So there it is, Virgin chart. I probably had some lines before on it, but my software, for some unknown reason, deletes it. No problem. Right now, I'm inspired to draw a support line here. And I'd like to do right away is create a parallel trend line and see if there's an ascending channel or descending channel based on the fact that I have a parallel line to it going in the same direction. It looks like where Apple was in an ascending channel. Remember, this is monthly candles, and with the max data I have, it's probably close to 10 years. I always start with this time frame. Most of the noise is out. Daily fluctuations, weekly fluctuations, they're all phased out by the fact that we're using candles monthly. And we start from there. It's the prevailing trend. I know there could be yearly candles, but that would take like too much of my lifespan to be able to trade a chart with yearly candles. Monthly is a good compromise to reduce a lot of the whipsaws possible that you'll get when you're on the weekly chart. And it permits you to enter a few trades, and the probability of reaching your possible target are increased. I've increased versus using a smaller time frame. So let's continue with Apple. What do you have here? Okay, so right now it seems to be resisting on these levels here. So 170. I'm gonna put an alert. So the next step I do is I set alerts at the extremities of support and the resistance, and after that work my way in to a more precise. See, and right here I know that I have some important support right here at the 91 level, 95 level. If ever that gets triggered, then I know I have to reevaluate to see if it's a breakout or breakdown, and evaluate the risk to reward of entering that trade. And hopefully I'll be able in my next few charts I'll check. We'll get some signals to buy, and we could go through that process that I do for down selecting whatever chart's giving me a classical chart breakout. And all right, so now there's not much I seem to be able to do here. No clear move here. I have an ascending line from top to top, and if I take the same peaks around here, didn't go higher. So this could be some bearish divergence. The price keeps going up, but the RSI refuses to do new highs. We could imagine possible eventual moves. There's always two directions, either up or down. And I'm going to scoot over the chart so we get some more vision in the future. So this is a possible move right here. Trace back down to the bottom of the ascending trend line. Or, well, I don't see any moves right now. There could have been a target set here based on this cup pattern. And let's check it out here. This would have been the measured move. So if there was a breakout, oops, Control Z. You see, it might have already been attained. So if we scroll back a few months back, And I would have been here, and I said, okay, this is a breakout. It closed above the 132 level here. And then monthly close, I'm always wait for the monthly close to make sure all noise is avoided. And I would have gotten here, and I would have reached my target 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months later. So that target has already been attained from the previous move that could have been diagnosed. So right now, there's not much to do. You could put an alert here. If it goes up again, maybe in a few months or in this month, then you could reevaluate, reset the alert. Or else, I don't really. It's still an ascending channel. Prevailing trend is bullish. I'd be very hesitant to try to play the downwards move back to the bottom of the channel. The probabilities of that are slightly attuned by the fact that we're in an ascending trend line. So I'm not too willing to buy that. We'd have to wait. I'd rather play this big top formation if ever it gets to test around the 90 levels. That'd be more interesting for me. And that eventually could give us some targets, some crazy targets of down to $20, $15. Wow. Okay. Well, all is possible, but we're not there yet. The chart has some candles that be added to it. It will morph, and I'll start with a clean slate again once we get there. And that's it. Could finish off by going to my Badcharts website again. It's www.badcharts.com, and here it is, transition. And you could always go to my how-to. I try to cover some points as I think of them, if they apply it to the instrument I do for these video blogs. Or else you could just fast start that and just go through my how-to and read through that, click on the links, and you'll see my eventually how I'm going to go through this once we have some trades that need me to explain to you guys what I see in them, etc. All these concepts of chart morphing, some descriptions, concept of walls, my top to bottom approach. Talked about it a little today, monthly. Then eventually, if there's a signal, I would have went into the weekly and daily charts for more timing. And that's right. You could go about and you could search for whatever. I might have done an analysis previously on one of an instrument you're interested in. And the great thing about monthly charts is they last a long time. There's a month before one candle is added, so you need a few of those and many more to have an impact on the morphing of the chart, new signals that may arise. So there could be still some analyses that were done even as 6-7 months ago, maybe a year. You could still use that. And all we have to do is go through them again, refresh them, and see if the same information is taken out from observing them. All right, so that's about it with this. See ya.